If you are West Indies fans today, you will be very disappointed because after gaining great rhythm by outfoxing the Black Caps in the first outing, you were expecting that at least they will play with verve, with that flair that they grabbed in the recent times in ODI formats overall. But unfortunately for them, that they skittled out today for just 138, and you got to give credit to the New Zealand spinners, especially Jayden Lennox, who spearheaded them in the scores and went on to grab his first 5-4. And though he's still early into his career internationally, but he became the third uh, highest, become the third best bowler in terms of grabbing the best figures for New Zealand as the spinner. So you got to give credit to Lennox, and nobody, with the exception of John Campbell, shown resistance. Otherwise, nobody really played well when we talk about the scorecard. So John Campbell, yeah, he spearheaded them by scoring 43 or 41 deliveries, and just imagine West Indies were 63 without any loss. But all of a sudden, Lennox provided the momentum to the Black Caps, and all of a sudden, West Indies lost rhythm and they skittled out for 138. Uh, and they only played 36 overs. I reckon the Black Caps were in a hurry to bounce back in the series. So incredible stuff, though. It's incredible stuff. And August scored 18. Cassie Kate scored 18. Captain, the ray of hope for the Windies, would not shown significant resistance today, and was removed by the talented Lennox on 7. Rutherford ran a ball 8. Amir Jangu shown brief resistance, scored 41 ball 24, plundering a boundary, but that wasn't enough. Kodakesh Moti and Matthew Ford scored one each. Pair remained not out, scored 22 balls, 7, and you can imagine that he was compelled to play it that way because of the baggage he was facing, because nobody shown resistance with the exception of Campbell. Alzari Joseph got run out on 1, and youngster Vital Loves, Vital Loss, beg my pardon, scored 0. So Vital Loss was that individual who shown great resistance with the ball on his first ever competitive match, scooping up 3 wickets. And now the Shehop led West Indies will want once again to from him to rose to the occasion, and importantly, with their other two spinners, Godakesh Moti and Gary Pierre, who are the senior spinners. So they will hope to put the Black Caps batters to the later. So you never know if they will believe, because what we have seen that in the first outing as well as in the first innings of the second ODI as well, that spinners are getting that help. So you imagine that the spinners will going to perform well once again. Uh, as they did. The Black Cap spinners were spot on, and they, when it comes to Jayden Lennox, he scooped up 5 wickets and was ably spotted by Bracewell and Santner. So that's it. I think so. From here on, the only thing the Windies can do is to attack well, and just fields the fielding that way, and try to grab wickets as early as possible and give themselves chance. You never know. Cricket is a very very great sport. Anything can happen if you have that belief. So Windies will definitely look to will bank on their spinners, and Alzari Joseph for that reason as well, because the kind of bowler he is, he can definitely perplex the batters in no time. So I think so that the Windies will look to provide themselves chance. But Black Caps, on the other hand, they will be very pleased. Simply, they were outstanding with the ball today, and they have that enough, batting lineup that can, you never know, chase that modest total in no time. Because Henry Nichols, we all know, he's a very talented player. Daryl Mitchell is in sublime form, the world number one batter. So the Black Caps will want to chase that with great, composure, and would like to win this as the loop-sided contest. The Windies will be very disappointed because they got that time, and nobody rose to the occasion. Uh, it means that only Shea Hope is going to turn the tide for them, or Cassie Carty. So there is a concern for the Windies, the middle order. The middle order, they needed that kind of middle order who can have that ability to show resistance and extend the innings and also provide impetus as well. But all of a sudden, they just the wicket of John Campbell started the slide, and it went downhill thereafter quickly. And now you have only 138 on the board to defend. And yeah, but you have to believe that at least you should perform well with the ball and try to gain some rhythm, because you are not playing just for the series, you're playing for that direct qualification for the World Cup 2027. For that reason, you should pitch your plans perfectly in that way, so that you will not face any hiccups, because you're a big team, bro. You're a big team. You have went on to one, two consecutive World Cups back in 75 and 79, and you bagged two T20 World Cups as well. So these are the things nobody wants you to uh, rule out of that tournament, because you already missed out the 2023 World Cup. So yeah, everybody wants to see you in the 2027 World Cup, which is scheduled to happen in Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Namibia. By the way, you can still propel to the direct qualification for the World Cup, because this is a five-match series. And by the way, you got plenty of margin still, I believe, because that series between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe paved the way for them to believe that they can still qualify directly, because Zimbabwe won that series by 2-1, and Bangladesh lost some points, though they have to play against South Africa the later this year, and so did the Windies against India later this year. So the qualification criteria will be culminated by March 2027. So they still have the opportunity. By the way, Darren Sammy and Shehop really need to figure out that what went wrong today with the bat, because this was the wicket that demanded time. Once you got settled, you can treat the bowlers with great contempt, but this time around, you didn't. They also lost early wicket, but in the first match, and that was a great partnership between, yes, the captain Shea Hope and of course Kesikate, that ensured the West Indies chased the equation without any hesitation and without getting into doldrums. But this time around, New Zealand came with better strategy, and they used their bowlers brilliantly. And Jayden Lennox, I think so, was keen to deliver today, and was ably spotted by the captain Santner as well as another seasoned campaigner, brace well. So let's see. Uh, the second innings is about to begin, and how New Zealand proceed, time will tell. I would say in the comment section.